Hi, this is Daniel Yoxheimer, and this is The Spectre, and I'm going to talk a little bit about summer movies, specifically comic book movies, but really, is there any other kind of summer movie anymore than comic book movies? They make so many of them every year. It's like endless. It's like every time you go to a movie, like around December, you see a trailer for In a World, you know, a hero rises. It's like every fucking summer. I love comic books. Huge comic book nerd, clearly. But, I mean, we don't need these movies every summer, at least not so many of them. I mean, you know, you just had a Batman trilogy that ended not too long ago, and then we're going to start, you know, the Batman versus Superman movies, or movie that I saw in theaters. Then I saw the director's cut, the second cut that had, like, I think a half hour more footage to it, and footage or whatever, scenes, and it's just it's too much. They're not, and the thing is, it wasn't that good of a film. I mean, it was good looking. It had a lot of, you know, the way it was shot, and and some of the other aspects of it, the style. I love the Batmobile in the movie, and I love the Batcave and Batman's costume, and a lot of the aesthetics to it. And the fight scene was pretty cool, but a lot of the overall structure of the film just kind of fell apart for me. I mean, Jesse was Eisenberg, that kid who was in the Facebook movie, the Social Network, who I don't like already, and he was so shit fucking cast in that role. He was a terrible Lex Luthor. I mean, he's just some cackling little snarky dick that you just want to punch. And the thing is, they could have taken care of him early on in the movie anyway. I mean, Superman in this movie, he's like just not like minding the store. I mean, he's in the Capitol building and stuff like that, or at that Senate hearing, and the building blows up because there was a bomb in the one guy's wheelchair, and he didn't notice it, of course, because the kryptonite or the bomb was encased in lead and all that stuff. And then they kind of reenacted the fight scene. The only thing that was cool about it is because it was basically ripped straight from the Dark Knight Returns trilogy, Dark Knight Returns comic from the 80s, when Batman comes out of retirement, and he battles Superman with kryptonite and a big Exo or Iron Man kind of suit, and fights him. It looks exactly the same almost. His suit looks pretty much exactly the same, which was pretty cool. But overall, I mean, these movies, they're making too many of them. It gets to the point where they're not special anymore when you come out with them all the time like that, and they're just doing it simply because it's lucrative, and they're certainly not, whatever they're paying the writers, they're paying them too fucking much. But I kind of liked it back when I was growing up, when the movies came out once in a while, when it was special and it was really neat. You look forward to it. But now it's just kind of like, oh, cool, they're doing a Superman movie. That's cool, great. Another Batman movie. Oh, cool, they're doing another Iron Man movie. Oh, there's another Avengers movie. Oh, there's another X-Men movie. That's cool. That's great, man. Awesome. And those movies are good. I mean, I even like the newer X-Men movies. They're some of the best comic book movies I've ever seen. But I guess it's just sort of, when they keep making these movies, and they had Suicide Squad came out, which is actually kind of an obscure DC comic. I mean, it's known, but it's just, an excuse to put Harley Quinn in skimpy outfits, you know what I mean? It's just so the fanboys can have something to rub one out to after the flick. Hopefully after the movie, not during, because that's inappropriate. But anyway, I guess that's my vibe on that. I don't know how else to put it, but I just, wish they would make these movies with less frequency and more quality, versus just cranking stuff out because it has effects in it and costumed criminals and heroes fighting out in the streets. I love that as much as the next nerd, but I also like a movie that has, plot and some thought put into it and respects the intelligence of the audience. That's all for me right now. Make sure, or if you feel like it, subscribe, and I'll be back soon.